Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to discuss the last P, the P3 of IDBP3, which is the philanthropy. Philanthropy, it's all about giving to others, helping others who are in need, helping them with money, helping them with your time, helping them giving something that they don't have, helping them improve their life. That's philanthropy is all about. But are there any other motives behind philanthropy? We'll see in this video, so stay tuned. So Hurun India and Edelgive, they have jointly published the 2021 philanthropy list. In this list, once again, Azim Premji tops the list with 9,713 crores, Shiv Nadar 1,263 crores, Mukesh Ambani 577 crores, Kumar Mangalam Birla 377 crores, and so on and so forth. So these are the top 4 people by ranks. And so this is high-level charity, this is high-level philanthropy. How can you start off with this philanthropic journey? A much smaller one-to-one level of philanthropy is termed as charity. When you yourself provide a small help to an individual in front of you, that's a charity. When you provide help to a much bigger organization, a much bigger set of people, that's where philanthropy is into picture. Now, let's see the good and the dark side of philanthropy. I'll just give some facts, or maybe we'll discuss something and I'll leave it on you to judge. So when we provide donations to a society, when we provide money to somebody, does it really solve a problem? Because money is not a problem solver in itself. If you empower a person by knowledge, by skills, that is a problem solver, not the money. You know what money does? When money comes to a person who is sitting idle, who doesn't know anything, he just takes it, does whatever he has to do with that money, and spends it. The next day it's back to zero once again. He doesn't have any money, he sits there again asking for help. But if you empower that person with some knowledge, some kind of skills, that he can use that skill to make money and earn money for himself, that's where the real philanthropic work has taken an impact on that person. Giving probably a few thousand or few lakhs of rupees to a beggar is not going to help him, because a couple of years down the line you will find the same person begging on the same street. You have not helped him, you have just wasted those couple of lakhs on that person. But on the other hand, if you take that beggar, put him through some kind of rigorous training, maybe very small skills, where he can stitch shoes, or maybe he can stitch some bags, or maybe he can clean up some places, or do some kind of work for which he can get paid. That to me is the real philanthropy. If you can help a child get the formal education, if you can help the child clear his or her college, that child, with that education that he got, he can utilize that education, get a job, maybe he can be the next big businessman for your country. You never know who's that person is going to be. But unless you empower him with that knowledge, you are actually not helping anybody by doing a charitable work. So philanthropy, to me, just paying money to somebody will not solve the problem unless that money is transformed, is put to work to make the lives of those people better by giving them some kind of skills, or maybe some kind of education. That's again a skill. So by giving those people some kind of skill to hone themselves into producing more money for themselves, that's the real philanthropic work. Okay. Now, there are numerous NGOs and there are numerous private foundations who have or who run their own philanthropic work. I don't know about everybody. I don't know what they have in their agenda, what they do, how they work. But what I know is all non-profit organizations have a foundation that they should be disclosing the money that they are receiving and the places or the areas where that money is getting spent. So it's that foundation of the NGOs or the 501 companies in, you can say, in the United States, which determines or which falls under the law that tells them that you have to disclose this. You have to let us know what you have done with this money. Let's see. There is a beautiful person, we all love him. He is Mr. Mark. We'll listen to his speech now.
Having this child has made us think about all of the things that should be improved in the world for her whole generation.
We need to make sure that there are investments in programs that ensure that the future isn't going to be like today. The future is going to be better than today.
What does it take to make it so that people don't get sick anymore? Can we build more inclusive and welcoming communities? Can people in the next generation learn and experience 100 times more things than we can? I think the answer to that is yes. And I just think that means that we have a basic moral responsibility to tilt our investments somewhat more as a society and as individuals.
Starting our work now in investing in the future is an easy decision for us.
Now that's a wonderful speech, right? Now let's dig deep into his philanthropic work. The site says, the New York Times cites, the screenshot that you just saw, it says, let's see what it says. San Francisco, Mark Zuckerberg and the co-founder and the chief executive of Facebook announced on Tuesday that he and his wife would give 99% of his Facebook shares during our lives, holding currently worth more than $45 billion to charitable purpose. The pledge was made in an open letter to their newborn daughter, Max, who was born about a week ago. Zuckerberg and his wife, Dr. Priscilla Chan, said that they were forming a new organization, the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, to manage the money through an unusual limited liability corporate structure. That's LLC. Our initial areas of focus will be personalized learning. They are managing the money through a limited liability corporate structure. A philanthropic work through a limited liability corporation. That means
I'm taking money from my personal pocket and transferring it to my foundation pocket.
Isn't it? So as far as my understanding goes, you're probably keeping a loophole to earn some money using this organization. Isn't it? Am I wrong? I don't know. Maybe. Those are big people, big thoughts. Let me know if I'm thinking different. But why doing a charity? Why is it required? Now, the best reason why a charity is required is, once you give, I'm talking about a full-fledged philanthropy, full-fledged giving, a real charity. So for a real charity, if you really give each and every day throughout your life, every time you give, your heart is broken down into pieces and it reforms your heart to be a more honest, a more humble person. You become less selfish and you become more humble and honest. So every day when you give, even if you give as small as 5 rupees, 10 rupees to a person who needs it, that breaks down your heart and reforms it, remolds your heart into a better human being. So over a period of time, when two person came onto this world and they started working, one started refusing helping others, the other one, he gave others whatever he could, maybe as small as 5 rupees, 10 rupees every day, or maybe 2 rupees every day, whatever it is that he can. What it does in the long run is for this person who has given small amounts to the person who needs it, just for maybe a small piece of cake or whatever it is. Every time he has taken that 5 rupees for someone who he doesn't know, his heart has broken down into pieces and reformed itself to be a more polite, more honest, and a more honorable man. On the other hand, this selfish guy remained selfish and he became more selfish. What happens over a long period of time? This person becomes more likable, because the more you give, the more your heart becomes more refined and you become more profound, more honest, more likable by others. People start flocking around you. You get noticed in your company. Managers notice you. They know you're a good person. They know this is a cheap, selfish guy. This is a good guy. You tend to get promoted. You tend to get that extra advantage. Why? Because the manager knows if I promote this guy, there will be people who would be working with him. And when he, being so nice, he'll handle 20-30 people in his team will love working with him. Instead, if I give this guy the promotion, this guy is going to be a boss. He's going to run around with his whip in his hand and thrashing people, just like this selfish old child. So it's not just about giving away money brings everything. So just like Jim Rohn says, giving starts the receiving process. This is how the receiving process starts. You start giving first. It molds your heart into a more profound, more likable human being. And when that happens, it transforms your body, it transforms your behavior, it transforms your way of conduct, way of thinking, way of speaking with others. You become more likable and people start flocking around you. You get more opportunities. Once you get more opportunities, when more people start flocking around you, you get more opportunities. With more opportunities, your area starts widening, starts opening up, and you get a wide scope of growth in this world. That's how giving transforms you first, and then it helps you grow in your life. That's the reason why big people like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Warren Buffett, or you name any of them, they don't shy in giving away hefty amounts. Ratan Tata, you know how much he gives. That's a huge philanthropy work. And you know what happened doing this? Nobody in India hates Ratan Tata. And when the entire country loves you, you will never fall short of business. You will never fall short of customers. You will never fall short of products. You will never fall short of opportunities to provide more or give more to your people. Because people, when they hear that name, Tata, they will buy your product. No matter where they are, which part of this world they are, they know who you are. That's how powerful philanthropy is. The amount you pay for a philanthropic work is just a speck in the dust in comparison to the return that you get out of it. That's all for today. SG signing off. Have a nice day. Bye.